What's up, y'all? So these are my new updated settings for MX bikes. Um, yeah, so just copy all of this. Make sure right here when you bind this Rider FB lean on your controller, your left stick, you're gonna hold it down, and then make sure it looks just like this: X input, L stick, Y, and it has this little arrow. You feel me? And then make sure when you move your left stick down, it goes down. When you move it up, it goes up. When you move it to the sides, the steering is binded. So just make sure when you move it to the left, it does that. Goes to the right, it does that. And then up and down on the same left stick. Just make sure that's really big right there. And then everything else, just make sure it's just like this. This is the sauce right here, 72%. Make sure you got combined brakes. Make sure you got your brake, you feel me? You don't have to bind your rear brake, that shit don't matter. And then make sure all this is just like this, just how you see it. And then do the drop down on throttle, same thing. Make sure you put this shit on 60. This is the sauce right here. So you can smooth throttle. The brake, copy all of this. The rear brake. The clutch. And boom. All of this, and then all of this, and go to input 2. I mean, obviously you just you put right here whatever you want to shift up, whatever you want to shift down. Just bind the keys on your controller. Make sure y'all don't have to stand up and sit down, you feel me? Because obviously you got a wheelie standing up on the bike, so it's just easier for you. So just literally just put an X right here on the direct. You're gonna be standing up at all times. Like, you're not gonna be sitting down and shit. So just, what I'm saying? And then, yeah, just bind all your tricks and stuff. This is all for the replays. If you wanna take replays and shit, you bind your keys. And then your graphics, make sure you feel me, you max it out to the resolution of your monitor. You feel me? No V-Sync. Max out, all the way to the 16. Put it on resolution, high 16, all this high. If you got a good PC, you should be straight. But even then, even some other PCs, they ain't that good. It still might, you feel me? You still might be good. But if not, just turn up like your 3D graphs and just lower your graphics a little bit if you laggy. But y'all should be good. And then on MISC, it's self-explanatory right here, man. Just volume and whatever. Your auto chat, make sure you got that auto chat ready. Feel me? Like if you crash somebody in the servers, just spam that one. And just say my bad. A lot of respect other riders and shit. And then right here, this is something new that I changed on these updates. So I'm using 89 now. The tilt is on 0 and then 20. Just make sure everything looks just like this, and you're gonna be killing shit out there. Boom. And then the badges, you want to use shift up, automatic clutch, automatic rider, L right lean, and then tire change. And now I'm gonna give you a tune for the CRF 450. So you want to make sure this right here is 6.7, so you give it a little bit more weight, what I'm saying? Be able to balance the bike better. And then your tires, make sure it's either 90 or 80. It really don't matter, because you're gonna be in the rear tire, you're gonna be willing anyway, so this tire really don't matter, to be honest with you. Just make sure the rear is on OEM 120. Make sure it's OEM 120. And then your pressure, this, just leave it like this, 85 and 82. You don't want to put too much air in the back, you can lower it if you want, but just 85, 82. This shit, that's where it's at right now. Don't even touch none of this. Suspension, don't even waste your time with this shit, bro. We ain't motocrossing. You feel me? We ain't racing motocross over here. So the stiffer the suspension, low key, the better it is, man. Like, you just have more control, man. That suspension shit, you don't even worry about this. 1148 for the gearing. 1148 for the gearing. And this gearing right here and this type tune, it works the same thing for the YZ450 as well. And I forgot what other bike, but as long as it's YZ450 and the CRF450, all these settings, you're gonna do the same shit. Don't even touch suspension on the YZ450, but do the same thing right here on the YZ450. Do the same thing right here on the YZ450. And then the swing arm, you want to put this bitch on 0 so you have more control of the bike. You know, you want to have more control of the bike right here, man. You don't want the bike all wobbling all over the place. You want to have all the control. So make sure it's just like this. Put this shit on 0. And then right here, make sure it's on 23. The mapping is on 23. And that's pretty much it, man. And then another secret tip that a lot of people don't really know, you're gonna hold shift and C on your keyboard, and then this little CH is gonna pop up, right? So usually this is what I do for the CRF 450. With your arrow keys on your keyboard, you know, hold it all the way up and just count back 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold shift and C again. It's gonna say CV, and just hold your arrow keys all the way to the top. So make sure your bike is all the way to the top, you feel me? You go all the way down. You can set it up however you want to set it up, but this is how I set it up. I just go all the way to the top. Now you click shift C again, disappears out of your screen. Make sure you're on static camera. Static camera is the best camera in the game if you want to learn how to wheelie. You feel me? Static camera is what y'all gotta use, y'all. So, you feel me? I hope y'all enjoy the videos and the settings, man. Make sure y'all comment, y'all like. Let me know how the settings are working for y'all. You feel me? And just, you know, just go crazy in the server, y'all. Just go crazy. That's it, man. You see me? I'm in the 2025 CRF 450. This shit is beautiful right here. Alright, y'all. So, to learn how to wheelie, man, the fastest way, to be honest with you, is use the settings I gave y'all and just learn how to smooth throttle. You feel me? Look how little bit I'm pressing the gas. Like I'm barely pressing the button on my controller. You feel me? Don't do that. Just smooth throttle. Smoothly press the gas. So look, right now, all I'm doing right now is literally just pressing the gas. I'm not pressing no brake, nothing. I'm only pressing the gas, the RT or the R2 on your controller, and just literally just pressing the gas. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm only pressing that button in my controller. So look how much gas I'm giving it. I'm doing nothing else. I only have one finger on my gas, and that's it. Just keep it at a balance point. You feel me? All this extra shit right here, it's gonna come once you learn how to just go in a straight line and learn your gas. Do you see this? This is it. I'm barely pressing gas. So just don't learn how to press your button. Learn how to press the RT button in your controller. Right there, I press the brake, but literally the whole way is just gas only, nothing else. So once y'all learn how to do this right here, that's it. You learn how to wheelie. Then everything else is gonna come in. You can do tricks. Feel me? You could hit circles. And all that's gonna come in. So then you learn how to smooth, you feel me? You learn how to smooth throttle. And then all this swerving right here, all you're gonna do with the settings I gave you, you're gonna hold the left stick on your controller. You're gonna hold it down, and then you're gonna make a U shape left and right. Make like a U shape on your controller on the left analog stick, and you're just gonna move it left slowly, you know, right, left, right, left. Feel me? So that's all you have to do. Learn how to smooth throttle, and then the left stick down and slowly move it. Like if you're making a U with your left, you know, as you're holding down, you're moving it to the left, holding it straight down left and straight down right. So then now when you wheelie, this is how I'm swerving. I'm holding it down, and then I'm leaving it all the way to the left as I'm holding it down. Now I'm leaving all the way to the right, you know? So the harder you point towards the left, then you're gonna start doing circles. You feel me? Or you just swerve deeper. And the harder you turn to the right, you know? That's it, man. It's really easy. It's just really learning how to smoothly press that gas. Literally, I'm only pressing the gas in my controller. One button in my controller right now. That's all I'm doing right now. Just slightly pressing it. I'm not tapping it like how, you feel me? I'm not doing none of this. I'm literally pressing it lightly. All this chopping shit is gonna come through once you learn the gas. You feel me? Like once you learn how to press the gas, all that chop is gonna come in, you know? It's gonna come in, like, you feel me? But just learn how to lightly press that gas. Look how my hand is just lightly moving. You feel me? Literally straight line, only one button I'm clicking on my controller. The gas. Look how slow I'm doing. And then to learn how to hit circles, see, the less I hit the gas, the slower I'ma go. Look at this shit. Look at that. You see? You see my hand, how it's barely, you know, the slower you go. I know y'all be out here trying to catch out wheelies. Nah, just slowly press the gas. And then to hit circles, you're gonna obviously lean left stick down towards the left or towards the right as you're holding it down. And then you're gonna tap it little bit by little. Tap that gas, little taps. You see how I'm like little taps? And that's it, bro. Just little taps. Little taps to hit circles.